me see real quick. Is this logged into GitHub? No. This one is. Right? Yes. And then I gotta go to... Also, let me check this real quick. This should be syncing. Son of a gun. Oh wait, but it wouldn't be today's note. It would be yesterday's note. That's not yesterday. And have Bluetooth on. That's not gonna work. Mm-hmm. Okay, one sec here. Trying to figure out what happened to my notes. Let's see if that worked. Let's go. It says that it it says that it's synchronized. But where's my... There we go. Don't know why it's not showing up. Oh. That's a good reason why. A very good reason why. Ah, love that. Who's in the wrong note? Okay. So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna, I guess, pop this out, move this over to number 4. I'm gonna go to problems. I was looking at, or maybe I'll throw this on desktop 5. I was in the middle of doing something. Binary addition. come on, dude. I was doing it. Oh, add binary. I guess is what it's called. Okay, that's the problem. This is what we were doing yesterday. Let's open a terminal here. Now, error while loading shared libraries. Live Python cannot open. Let's try Googling for this real quick. Crap. Pretty sure I have Python 3. Oh, but I probably don't have Python 3.9. Hmm. Can I do? Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to upgrade everything right now because it often breaks my OBS. Although, although right now we're not using OBS on this machine, so that might not even be an issue. Oh, you know why? Probably under EA. Really? I don't know. But I haven't done a system upgrade in a while, so we're just gonna run it anyway. Actually, not even really sure where Swift came from. Did I install it manually? I don't know. Oh, might be a flat pack? Oh, Swift bin, best for mouse users, pre-built binary from the official Red Hat Linux. Use a helper like EA or Paru. Fuck! Why? Hmm. Why is this on everything? Reset the keyring and allow weak signatures. I'm gonna go with that. Hopefully I don't take down my whole system here. Oh, while that's going, what I was trying to do last time, right? We were looking at the different strategies on this add binary problem, and I took some notes, some basic strategies. We have a simple convert in sum, just convert both numbers to an integer, add them, and then convert it back to binary. But we can run into overflow issues. We have the string manipulation, which probably won't lead to overflow issues, but might have problems with big O. And then we have bit manipulation, which is also with Swift, right? Problems in Swift runs into overflow issues with large numbers again. So we might want to go with this string manipulation, right? And do like manual longhand addition. So let's try this approach and see how that goes. Make the font a lot bigger here so we can see what we're doing. Also want to see. That's fine. I haven't submitted any code. Okay, because it probably didn't keep it for some reason because it didn't pass. But okay, we'll work with the strings. So we have string A and string B. Oh, this is C++. That's why. There's my solution. It's all making sense now. What? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I would like to maximize just this side. Well, whatever. Let's go with this. We'll rename this add binary bit manip. I'll just add a new function here for a different solution. Add binary. Same signature. Returns a string. So we're going to have a carry digit. Carry digit. And what I'm going to do is have a const let. static let. We're gonna have a static let value, or it's gonna be a lookup table, right? 1 is gonna map to the number 1, and 2 gonna map to the number 2. And also, I used curly braces, but it's actually square brackets in Swift. It's just been a while. I don't think that needs any type information. I think that should be fine. And then what we're gonna do, how are we gonna do this? So we have 2 cases here. Oh, and then we do var result or sum. All right. So basically we have to go through each digit, probably of the largest string. We have to figure out which string is larger. So guard a dot count. I don't remember its count or length. It's less than b dot length. Look this up real quick. It's usually count in Swift. It is count. Oops, son of a gun. Count. Count. What are we gonna say? We're gonna make sure that a is greater than or equal to count. Else return add binary EA. And then here we're gonna say for star in A. For each character in A. Yeah, this is tricky. Now for I in A dot count, because we want to get random access. I forget how to get random access on strings in Swift because it's not something I do very often, but I believe we can just use the bracket notation, and we'll say look up 1 and 2. Wait, why did I do this? It should be 1 and 0. And what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna return invalid input. We can't translate the digit because these are the only digits that should be valid, right? So guard let digits var let digit A or a digit equal values. Is that what I call this? Lookup subscript a subscript I. comma, let b digit equal lookup subscript b digit I subscript I, else return bad input. Bad input expected 0 or 1. Or normally we would throw an exception here, but for now I'm going to do this and do exceptions later if we want. And then we would say, I'll edit this later to make this an exception. I just want to stay focused on the algorithm first. And then we can say var digit sum. Actually, I don't have to do this because the only possible carry is going to be a 1, right? And it's only going to be a 1 if both of them are a 1. So we can immediately get rid of this and get rid of this conversion exception here. Right? So then we can say carry equals hold on. How do we actually add them? If one of them's a 1 and one of them's a 0, it's a 1. If they're both zeros, basically if a sub I equals 0 and b sub I equals 0, if they're both zeros, or if a sub I equals 1 and b sub I equals 1, right? We'll actually go like this because we need to reuse this logic. Carry equals 1, else 0. No. Right? And then, or carry is equal to 1, then sum now where does that digit go? The digit goes at the end. So we append we prepend. Right? Else if A is 1 and B is A sub B. A sub I. No, sorry, B sub I. is equal to 0, or b sub I is equal to 0 and a sub I, so let's, a sub I is equal to 0 and b sub I is equal to 1. These are the cases where the next digit is a 1. Yes. Else, summed up prepend 0. I think that should be right. Or we just go let next digit string. Next digit equals 0. Next digit equals 1. Next digit equals 0. And then summed up prepend next digit. I think that's right. Oh. Right. Right. This calculates the carry first because I'm using it in this condition here to avoid writing the same if statement twice. However, I have to apply the carry first. Right? Yes. So actually, oh, this kind of has to come last, but is that true? The problem with keeping this as a string is if there is a carry, there's a third operand, right, that I need to consider. It's a little bit confusing, and since I'm only using this as a number, I could say did carry equals false, and then the will carry right, because it was a boolean anyways. Oh, I see. It wasn't a boolean. I was doing this. So will carry this can also be a compound statement. Let will carry. I don't know if this makes sense. Probably not. I'm going to roll with it for now. Because what I want to say here is if this is 1 and this is 1, that's a case where we'll have that's a case where we'll carry. What's another case that will carry? The other case that will carry is if one of these, I think it is easier to actually work with numbers for this, isn't it? Is if we have 2 1s. If we have that or case of 0, this is going to be ugly, right? If we do it with if statements. That's why I'm thinking and did carry or b sub I 0 and did carry. I don't even think that'll run. Where's the run button? Yeah, you must run your code first. How the frig am I supposed to run it? Oh, up here. Missing argument label B. Excuse me? The original one is written like this. Mine is written like this. Oh. Or int loop requires int. What is a dot count? That's not an integer. Supposedly it is an integer. Yeah, that's why I'm confused. This here is admitting that count is an integer, because this line would be the error otherwise. So is it saying that 0 is not an integer? Or in loop requires oops for in range. Oh, that's right. I'm stupid. The range syntax is like this. That's why. My gosh. Subscript is unavailable. Cannot subscript string with an int. Use string.index. Yeah, that's why this is a little confusing. Let's take a look at the string documentation. Subscript requires a range. Is there a get? Getting characters and bytes, random element, first, last, subscript. Yeah. First index of. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit difficult. Swift iterate through string. Through two strings. Hold on. Swift iterate through two string characters. Oh, you need string index range. Yeah, there's a function for this. Start index. Traverse a string by using indices property of the character like this. It's tricky because they're multi-byte characters. This will not work exactly. But then how do you loop through two strings at the same time? I mean, it's the best way, but then you don't have the other one, the other strings characters. You'd have to do, what would you have to do then? You would have to iterate two strings simultaneously. To iterate through two strings simultaneously, use the zip function, which pairs elements from both strings and allows you to process them together in a single loop. That is interesting. Zip. What the heck does zip do? Always prefer zip over manual indexing. Right. or loops with stride for clarity, safety, and Swift style code. And probably zip arrays also. Creates a sequence of pairs from the two given sequences. Let's take a look at Swift zip string. Is this a string function or an array function? Collections. Okay, I think a string is a collection. Creates a sequence of pairs built out of two underlying sequences. But what is it pairing? A sequence of tuple pairs where the elements of each pair of the corresponding elements are sequence 1 and sequence 2. Oh, I think I get it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you zip words and numbers, it'll be yes. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so there's a way to do this. And that makes sense. And it's more type safe. Okay, so what we have to do here, and this is actually easier than a little bit easier to write and a little bit more elegant. Instead of using indices, we'll use for A digit and B digit in zip AB. Now what happens if the elements are different sizes in zip? Discussion. The elements of the ith pair are the ith elements of each, okay? If they are different lengths, the resulting sequence is the same length as the shorter sequence. In this example, the resulting array is the same length as words. Yeah, see, that's what makes this difficult. Is there a way to zip them up with an optional? See, so zip here is not going to work. I mean, it could work, but it's not the full answer. If it does work, basically we'll have to somehow figure out how many digits we're missing, and then kind of prepend those digits and apply the carry to that. And then that creates another problem that you might have to continually carry that one throughout the remaining. What a pain in the neck. So I don't know. Let's try to work this in pieces, right? Let's look at the test case. 11 and 1. Fuck. The very first one is two different lengths. But let's try anyways. Right? Let's try it anyways. Okay, so we have A digit, B digit, zip A and B. Will carry. Now we have, instead of this, we have A digit B digit, A digit, B digit, digit, B digit, A digit, B digit, A digit, B digit. Okay, let's just run this. I don't think it's going to compile. Cannot be applied to operator bool and int. Where do you see bool and oh, will carry equals 1. I forgot to update this. String has no member prepend. So we can say sum equals next digit plus sum. Missing return. Oh, really? Output 0. Good. Actually good. This is what we expect. And let's take a look at case 2. 1 0 1 0. These are the same length. So 0 1, that should be a 1. 1 1, that should be a 0. 0 0. So if A is 1 and B is 1, or A is 0 and there's a carry, or B is a 0 and there's a carry. So let's take a look at this. This test case is what I'm most interested in. So did carry. Oh, we also have to make sure there's no did carry and not did carry. Actually, whether or not it carried or not doesn't matter. Okay, so this is 0, this is 1. So 1 1, no. A is 0, did carry. These are cases for the 0, right? Oh, sorry, will carry. Right. That's sound. A digit 0, B digit is 1. Nope. Or will carry. Will carry is false because there is no did carry and they're not both 1. So if digit is 1, no. And B digit is 0, no. Or A digit is 0, yes. And B digit is 1, yes. Next digit equals a 1. So basically, let's do this. It looks like it might be going into one of these two cases. Right, so it's not going into the else. It's going into this one. For some reason. F. F. Yep. Okay, so now we know the problem's in here. Right. Okay, will carry equals A digit. Oops. So what's happening is will carry must be evaluating false. Because A is 0 and B is 0. Obviously not true. Right? 'Cause Because we're zipping A and B, yeah. So we got 0 and a 1. Oh, yeah. Or will carry. I don't see why that's an issue. Let's just see if that changes. And what was it before? Crazy how the output becomes a single digit. What? How's that even possible? How is that even possible that my output length changes based on what I set this character to? Oh no, it doesn't. It's the same output either way. Was I just looking at the wrong thing? Oh yeah, I was just looking at the wrong thing. Okay. The length is the same. That's a good sign. So this is a problem. We'll carry A is 1 and B is 1. That will carry. Oh, this is not right. There needs to be a 1 in here. Right? Right, because a 1 and a carry make a carry, not a 1 and not a 0 and a carry. No? Zero, 1. What if I rewrite my if statement like this? First off, since we have two cases where we're going to have a 0, if A is 1, B is 0, and if A is 0, B is 1, and not will carry. Actually, does that even matter? I don't think so. Because either way, there should be a 1 here, even if it will carry. Right? It's gonna flip. If there's yeah, right? Basically, if 1 is 1, the other one's 0, it's always gonna be a 1. Otherwise, it's always gonna be a 0. Now I'm not even using the will carry. So this might work for the first digit, but not carry anything. And then the problem might be here that I should be appending it instead of prepending it. I don't think so. right? And this should be a 1 because we need to carry. Or I should check that first. Kaka. That gets the first digit right, which is good. So what's the reason why this is failing at the end is return did carry 1 plus sum else sum. Huh? Oh, because of the zip bug. That's why that one doesn't work. So this is saying 0, 1 is 1, 1 and 1 is 0. It should carry the 1. So my carry case over here is not being handled right. I think, oh, it's never going to be equals. I think that might get the second test case to pass, no? Huh. But I think if it enters this, if it's in this case already, if it's not 1 and 0 or it's not 0 and 1, then that means that they're either both 1s or they're both 0s. Either way, if it will carry, it should be 1. But I don't think that's going to change the logic. It should still be broken in the same way. 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Wait, 0, 1 is 1. 1 and 1 should be 0. Oh. Yeah, that's what the problem is. Maybe we don't care about if it will carry yet. And then this one is because we need to handle this mismatch. I don't know what to do about that. And so that means that we don't need will carry. We can just straight up set did carry. And then this line can go away. What? For real? Oh, right. Because the first pass. Right. Right. So the next part of this is I need to get the remaining digits that we didn't go through. which I'm not a fan of, because now I need to do this other loop here, or I in like, how do I convert a number into a string index? Swift convert number into string index. Oh, start index offset by. Oh, cool, cool, cool. String dot index. Digits compared. Let last index equal a dot index. What was it? Start index offset by. Oh, that gives me the index, but now how do I get the character? Oh, I can use this now. Referencing an instance method next on range requires that index.range conform to stridable in solution. Or what we need to do is get a substring of this. Is what we need. Start index. Yes, this is what we need. Start index. Okay. Right, and that's fine. This will give us a view into that string. No exact call matches to subscript in solution.swift. Sorry. Oh, cannot convert type of character into expected argument of type string. Hmm. Added 3 extra digits somehow. Oh. Digits compared. Because we don't have to do it all the time. We only have to do it if there's a mismatch. So this should pass still, which it does. And now we just have issues here, which means now we still have a problem in this code, but we have to figure out what the issue is. Standard out is empty. This one doesn't even have a standard out. Oh, because it doesn't go into that case, which makes sense. Which means this doesn't work. There we go. The range was wrong. Right, but we don't want to just copy them down. We need to do our math still. What a pain in the tush. Oh, I hate this problem. This problem sucks for Swift. There's got to be a better way to do this in Swift. Yes. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a drink. And we'll take a quick break here. Okay. So, hmm. Hmm. So that's what changes here. Hmm. It's just a hard problem in Swift because of the string APIs are a little bit um they're very strongly typed and they're a little bit unorthodox. Mm. So, question is, what do I do with this one? And here I stuck it at the end, which is wrong. So 1 and 1 is 0. 0 and 1 is 1. Wait, why is it expected to be 100? No, that is right, but why? 1 plus 1 is 0, carry the 1. Plus 1 is 0, carry the 1. Okay. I do have did carry. Basically, I need this. I basically need this. Right. I need this down here. Except that the only digits I have here are the ones in this string and a possible carry. That's why it's different. Okay. Next digit. If it did carry over, then we take digit, and if and digit equals let's come up with a case 0. Let's do this first. I'm gonna just nest them. If digit is 0, next digit is 1. I think that's the only case it's a 1. Otherwise, it's a 0. Basically here, I think we just flip bits if there's a carry. As long as there's a carry. I don't like this question. This is disgusting. But once I get something working, and then maybe I can simplify it. This is very disgusting now. It's unchecked. Well, I think the short case is if it didn't, we can shortcut this. If not did carry, sum plus equals string digit, continue. Right? It might be the easier way to write that. I like that. Otherwise, it's okay. Now we know we're carrying. If digits a 0, it's a 1. If digits a 1, it's a 0. And then we have to update did carry here, which is gross using this thing. Kind of. Then we say did carry equals. Yeah. 101. Yeah, not sure why it's getting a 1 here. But this could also be. I don't know why. In my head, I feel like this should be this. The next string should be first. Next part of the string should be first. Yeah, it's a 1. Right now, it feels like it's just shoving it in there. Can I do that? Is that a Swift thing? I think Swift. I can do that. Yeah. Right. So if not did carry, which is not the case, then it goes here. Next digit is 0. And we carried, then the next digit is a 1. Oh, which is why it's putting a 1 here. But what did I have here? Oh. Wait, did carry's true. But digit is not a 0. Digit is not a 0. What the F? Therefore, it should be a 0. Mm-hmm. Digit is 0, then it should be a 1, but it's not. Oh, mother. Of course. Is that gonna work? I don't freaking know. Probably not. Wrong answer. One plus 1. Output 100. How am I missing a 0? Did carry true. You have an extra 1. It's not getting added somehow. I don't know. I can analyze complexity. What does that do? That's actually pretty good. Hmm. The final did carry. Did carry true. 1. Digit 1. Nine out of 296 test cases. Fuck this. uh, this is just not an easy solution to write in Swift. Like if I do this in Python, it's probably much easier. Right? Oh my god. Let's just try to write it in Python and see what happens real quick. I'll try this for like 10 minutes maybe. Where's my timer? We're gonna do add binary 25 minutes. That's it. Right. And then bit manipulation. Right. That was converting. How did that work? We did or XORing, and we found the carry by doing the and then we bit shifted. Let me look at the code in Java. Yeah, see, they convert them to numbers first. That's the problem with some of these. Yeah, these are all converting them to numbers. It literally converts both of these into numbers. Oh, that's an interesting way of doing it. If carry's 1, add 1. If this is 1, add 1 to carry. Oh, yeah, see? They append everything and then they reverse it. That's why I was trying to prepend it, because that made more sense to me. But on the other hand, actually in Swift, using reversed at the end would be more efficient, instead of trying to reconstruct a string backwards every time. I think. I don't know. Actually, maybe it's the same. Oh, Z fill to make them the same size. Interesting. Interesting solutions. What do the other solutions say? Solutions, all solutions. Binary full adder, advanced digital logic bit manipulation. Problem can be modeled as a binary adder in a digital logical circuit. Combines bits and propagates a carry to compute the final sum. I don't know what that means. Triple carry adder. I don't know what that is either. In this problem, the same mechanism is implemented algorithmically. 2 binary strings are processed from right to left, just as bits flow through an adder from least significant to most significant position. That's my problem. I'm not looping through it in the right direction. it's coincidentally looking like it's working. Let me go to the Swift scenario again. That might be part of the problem. Wrong answer for test case 2. Which is probably also why... Yeah, you know what? I don't want to do this one anymore. My brain's fried. That took like all of 5 minutes. So that's good. We spent some time on this. Let me just write down some issues in Swift. So we'd have... Actually, wait, how did I do this? I closed it out already? No. It's just zip. Okay. Actually, is that true? Wait, that might be my issue. What does that actually do? What does it actually do? Oops. My Swift REPL still doesn't work here. Find one online that I can use. I don't want to sign up. I just want to write the freaking code. Yeah, it's very hard to do this on this computer, is the other part of the problem. Because of this. Like trying to run Swift on Linux. Not that it's impossible. It should be possible, but, you know, I just go to my Mac and everything just works, right? Online Swift compiler, here we go. Yes, that's the problem. It actually returns this. from left to right. So what I need to do actually, if I'm zipping these, is realistically I need to not reverse this, but reverse these. Right, but whatever, I don't care. Right, because that would get me lining up to the right side the way I wanted to. Then I would do my addition in here, and then after I do my addition, I would reverse the whole string again and have the right result, I think. I don't know. But it gets tricky. So strings are multi-byte and use non-numeric based string.index for indices. Also mismatches the bits when the lengths are different. That's the other reason why I'm having trouble. So I'm trying to verse the remainder of the string in the order that it shows up in. This should also be reversed. No, I was right. It did pass more test cases, but yeah. Not the right solution. Ugh. Right. My brain is failing. Okay. But those are all the notes I want to take down. Oh, to get the remaining carry here. Let's pull that from here. Right, just thought dump, and we'll just kind of discuss the problem without actually writing any code. Make my brain feel a little better. Oh, and it completely froze. No, it's not. It's just not good at selecting things, apparently. So that was a shitty question. Only been on 2 hours? Oh my gosh. That's terrible. Okay. So what's next? I can take a look at this other bug again, which is also racking my brain. I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to take a break. I need to maybe go outside and take a walk or something. How cold is it outside? Pretty chilly out there. All right. Well,